I am thrilled today, you guys, in honor of all of you that have gone honestly insane over my praline pecan recipe. Today I'm going to make something really easy for you guys, also featuring praline pecans. Today we're going to make a praline pecan bundt cake. Really easy to make. We're kind of just going to dump everything in one bowl, mix it all together, bake it up, make an amazing praline pecan sauce to go on top, featuring chopped pecans. It's genius. It's easy. You guys are gonna love it. Let's get started. All right, so I wasn't kidding when I said we're kind of just gonna dump everything in one bowl, mix it all together and get started. So already inside of a bowl, I have combined my vanilla pudding mix and my yellow cake mix. The next thing I'm gonna do is start adding in some of those wet ingredients that we know we need when we're making a cake. So I'm gonna start off with half a cup of vegetable oil. You guys know I love moist cakes. Vegetable oil always does it for me. So in we go with the vegetable oil. I already have 4 eggs ready to go, so I'm gonna put those inside of there as well. I also have half a cup of water. This water is at room temp. Make sure it's at room temp. You know it's perfect when you can touch it. Doesn't feel hot, doesn't feel cold, it just feels neutral. Go ahead and add in half a cup of water. And then you know me, right? I always have to do just like a SimplieGolden twist. It's a combination of nutmeg, cinnamon, it's got some ginger in there. Have the recipe for you guys down below. I'm gonna add in 2 teaspoons of this homemade chai mix. If you don't wanna make your own, no problem, just use store-bought, 2 teaspoons. This chai spice just complements the nuttiness and the sweetness of the praline pecans so well. Next up, we have an ingredient that, in all honesty, the only time that I typically use this is when I'm making pecan pies. But I have half a cup, I'm trying not to spill it, half a cup of dark corn syrup. Corn syrup is super thick, so I always use a spatula to make sure I get out all of the corn syrup. It adds that extra layer of sweetness, but in addition, it also adds the moisture to your cake. I've got my electric mix all ready to go. I'm gonna mix this for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's nice, smooth, and silky. Bundt cakes are probably one of the trickiest things for me to make. They take a while to bake all the way through, and oftentimes you worry that the cake is gonna burn because it's sitting in the oven for so long. But there are so many tricks and tips to help you make the perfect bundt cake, and today I'm gonna make sure I do that. So first and foremost, if you feel like your cake is browning too quickly while it's in the oven, all you have to do is cover the top of it with foil. It'll continue to cook, but it prevents it from getting contact with that direct heat, which also prevents it from burning. Also, sometimes things get a little bit bubbly when you're making a bundt cake, so it's really important to put a baking sheet at the bottom of your oven. That way, if any batter spills off, it doesn't singe and burn. It just collects on the bottom of the cake pan, the baking sheet, and then you can clean it up really easily. I can already smell that chai spice. It smells so freaking good. It's gonna taste amazing with the praline pecan sauce that we're making for this bundt cake. All right, my cake batter, it looks perfect. It's nice and thick. All of my ingredients are well incorporated. So now it's time to move quickly. I have my bundt cake pan all greased and ready to go. I started buying pecans in bulk because that's how much you guys love my pecan recipes. So I'm gonna use 1 cup of chopped pecans, not the full cup though. I'm just gonna siphon off a few. I'm gonna use about half a cup. And I'm gonna sprinkle them on the bottom of the bundt cake pan. That way, when we invert the cake, we'll have all of these gorgeous pecans right on top of the cake. I love when people can see ingredients before they eat them. So this is kind of like the equivalent of saving some of those extra chocolate chips and popping them on the top with a little bit of nuts just before you serve them to your guests. So now I have that half a cup of chopped pecans on the bottom. I'm gonna reserve the rest. I'm gonna take my cake batter and I'm gonna evenly pour it over the top of my bundt cake. We wanna make sure we use all of this cake batter. So get that spatula, start scooping it up all off the sides there, and just go ahead and dollop it on top. And then I'm gonna use my spatula to kind of smooth out the top of this batter right here. This is just gonna help make sure that the cake bakes nice and evenly. Voila. Now, I hope you have that oven already preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, because we're gonna put this in the oven for about 45 minutes. We'll know it's ready when we stick a toothpick in the middle and it comes out nice and clean. What are you waiting on? You guys need to go make this cake right now. Look at that. All of those delicious chopped pieces of pecans, that praline sauce, the bundt cake came out beautifully. I can smell all of that delicious chai spice. Go check out the recipe. Let me know what you think. And until next time, cheers.